Welcome to Fitness Forever. Today's topic is about resetting your fitness mindset and how to shift your health and fitness behaviors and habits forever. Let's get into talking about changing those negative behaviors so that you are more successful in achieving your fitness and nutrition goals. And keep in mind, it does take putting in some work, but I am so confident that you will see that it is worth that work. How do we shift those behaviors and habits? It starts by eliminating a few things like negative self talk or waiting until it's too late and procrastinating, and also eliminating that all or nothing mindset. Changing the behavior of procrastination, waiting until it's too late. I can do it later. I still have all day to do it. Does this sound like some of your inner dialogue? So, procrastination is basically the act of delaying or postponing something, putting things off that you have to do intentionally, or putting them off out of habit. So it's usually caused by a desire to feel better in the moment rather than considering what the future self will face if we don't get to work. When we decide that we are going to procrastinate, we are actually thinking only about the present and not the long-term consequences. Sometimes the main causes of procrastination are just basically the fear of failure, the fear of maybe negative feedback or not believing that you can do it, distractions, or maybe even a lack of an award, a positive reward system. And all of these are basically the opposite of what motivates you and will most likely outweigh any motivation or self-control. So, although procrastination seems to alleviate stress in the very short term, it causes so much guilt and discomfort, and it's hard to ignore those long-term effects on our health. A future course will be about how to stop procrastinating and how to get the work done now. Get it going now, because time is the most valuable resource that we have. Negative self talk is any inner dialogue that could be limiting your ability to believe in yourself and your own abilities to reach your potential. This can sound like, I am not good at this. I can't blank. I can't get up early. I can't cook. I can't, so on and so forth. Or it could be even something like, I will never be able to get stronger. I will never be able to eat healthier, etc. Take notice about the things that you say to yourself. Would you say to those things to a good friend or a child? Why do you beat yourself up by using this negative self-talk? Positive self-talk, whereas, is a great predictor of success. I feel so much healthier after I exercise. I feel better when I eat healthy foods. Or simply something like, I'm eating healthy to nourish my body. So the negative thought would be, I know I should work out, but it's too hot outside. Besides, if I exercise, I will just have to take another shower. Oh, it's too much of a hassle. A reframe thought of this would be, walking the track at the gym will give me a chance to listen to my favorite music. I always feel so energized after I exercise. It's often far easier to change the intensity of your language. I can't stand this becomes, okay, this is challenging. All or nothing mindset is when you think and operate in the extremes. This way of thinking consumes either being totally good or totally bad, or a complete success or a complete failure. So try to avoid using words such as always, or never, or should, must, every, because these can only lead to unrealistic expectations. So one might think, I don't have time to do my 5-mile run. Why bother running only 2 miles? So going for an enjoyable 20-minute walk instead of a super hardcore 1-hour HIIT workout that you hate and struggle to do consistently. We need to find a way to get out of the all or nothing mentality because it doesn't work short term. If you want to follow a very strict diet or engage in a super intense exercise program 6 days a week for a short period of time, sure, go for it. But trying to keep up with all of these behaviors long term usually don't work. And even though you can get quick results sometimes, which can be motivating, it's for the long term, not so much. I can't tell you how many clients I've had who have regained back all the weight after these extreme measures, plus more, following a very rigid exercise and diet regimen, and wondered what is going on. But they never really learned how to live in the gray zone. For instance, extreme results typically take extreme, often unhealthy measures. So training every day, super intense weight training, hours of cardio, super strict dieting, restricting carbs, calories, etc. This type of intense daily activity can't do anything but burn you out, and it'll burn you out super quickly. Changing long-term lifestyle habits happen when they are done gradually. Think small, realistic goals. So this sounds like, I will do 20 minutes of cardio 3 days this week, or I will take 15 minutes to work out with weights today. Remember, the key to establishing long-term, lifelong habits, and if you are able to adhere to the second route consistently, I'm sure that you will feel a level of success and continue to be motivated forever. It's that middle ground we should strive to get to, a happy medium, healthy in between. Here are some good behavioral changes to take action and implement. Body awareness. With so many things going on in our lives, we become so distracted that we're basically out of touch with our bodies. We often ignore our body signals. Your body is trying to talk to you. So if we don't tune in, how are we going to be able to discover all the small changes that are working and that literally may be able to change the quality of our lives and our future forever? For example, an ache in your back or muscle tension in your neck and shoulders. Our bodies are the best sources of information on understanding what's going on in our lives and what needs to be changed. So that ache in our back may indicate some chronic muscle tightness, which pulls on the pelvis and eventually could lead to a disc herniation. Same for the neck and shoulders, chronic muscle tightness in the neck that pulls on the cervical spine vertebrae and thus eventually bulging a disc in the area. These signs, big signs, are there for a reason. And we should all learn how to have good body awareness and recognize that there is an issue to be addressed and learn how to fix them to help ourselves. Getting massage, osteopathic treatment, chiropractic work, personal training, muscle activation release, etc. Our bodies know exactly what we need. So it's time that we all learn to listen to it and be there for ourselves. Another action, prioritizing. It allows us to use two of our most valuable resources, time and energy, in the most efficient way possible. In the long run, prioritizing will help us make better choices, get more work done, and require less effort when that effort is needed. Prioritizing allows us to filter through all the tasks at hand and then decide which ones to ignore so that we can solely focus on the tasks that add value. The key trick is to identify which task is important to accomplish and urgent. This will help sort through all the tasks that are at your hands and all the while continue to work towards those longer term goals.